Vinaigrette. Olive oil, vinegar or lemon juice, mustard, salt, and pepper, shaken together until combined. It is the most versatile dressing in the category, working on simple green salads, tomato and cucumber, anything with feta or goat cheese. The ratio matters. 3 parts oil to 1 part acid is the standard. Get that right, and vinaigrette works on almost everything. It is also the base that most other dressings are built from, the foundation of the entire category. Tahini. Sesame paste, lemon juice, garlic, and water whisked together until smooth and pourable. Creamy without any dairy, which makes it the most naturally vegan dressing on this list. It has a slight bitterness from the sesame that balances well against chickpeas, lentils, and roasted vegetables. Common across Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cooking, where it functions as sauce, dip, and dressing interchangeably, depending on how much water is added. Simple ingredients. Genuinely complex result. Ranch, mayonnaise, sour cream or yogurt, garlic, dill, and parsley. Creamy, cool, and mild enough to work on almost anything. In the United States, ranch is less a dressing and more a condiment applied to everything from salads to pizza to chicken wings. It pairs best with chicken salads or raw vegetables, carrots, celery, anything crunchy that benefits from something cool and rich alongside it. The most consumed dressing in America by a significant margin, and it has been for decades. Sesame ginger, sesame oil, fresh ginger, soy sauce, and rice vinegar. It is the dressing that most distinctly tastes like a place, specifically East Asia. Works on shredded cabbage, carrots, edamame, or any salad built around crunchy vegetables. The ginger provides warmth without sharp heat, and the sesame oil adds a depth that regular oil simply cannot replicate. Light, sharp, and aromatic, and noticeably different from every other dressing on this list. Caesar, Parmesan, anchovy, garlic, egg yolk, lemon, and oil, blended into something thick, salty, and intensely savory. The anchovy is what most people do not realize is in there, providing that deep umami backbone without tasting like fish. It belongs on romaine with croutons, or anything with grilled chicken or bacon. Caesar dressing was invented in Tijuana, Mexico in the 1920s, not in Rome, not in New York. One of the most recognized dressings in the world for a reason. French dressing. Oil, vinegar, sugar, and often a small amount of ketchup, giving it a mild orange color and a flavor that is lighter and sweeter than most dressings on this list. It does not compete with whatever it is on, it just complements it. Simple green salads and raw vegetable salads are where it works best. French dressing is the most understated option in the category. Not trying to dominate, not trying to impress, just reliably pleasant every single time. Blue cheese. Crumbled blue cheese folded into mayonnaise, sour cream, and vinegar. Rich, sharp, and polarizing, people either love it immediately or want nothing to do with it. It pairs best with salads that can hold their own against a strong flavor. Walnuts and pears, beef, or anything bitter like radicchio. It is also the classic dipping sauce for buffalo chicken wings across the United States. Not a background dressing. It is always the loudest thing on the plate. Honey mustard. Honey and mustard in roughly equal parts, extended with oil and a splash of vinegar. Sweet and tangy at the same time, which is exactly why it works so well with chicken and bacon. The sweetness cuts through the salt and fat without overwhelming it. Also pairs well with salads that include nuts or dried fruit. One of the most balanced dressings in the category, and one of the hardest to get wrong regardless of what you put it on. Italian. Oil, vinegar, oregano, basil, and garlic. Simple, herby, and bright. It works on tomato and mozzarella salads, cold pasta salads, or anything that benefits from Mediterranean flavors. Italian dressing is the one that tastes most like a place, a combination of ingredients so associated with a specific cuisine that eating it feels almost geographic. It also doubles as a marinade for grilled chicken or vegetables, which very few dressings can claim. Balsamic vinegar and olive oil, sometimes finished with a small amount of honey. Dark, slightly sweet, and gently acidic. It is the dressing most associated with elegance, appearing on caprese salads, arugula, and anything that wants to feel Italian without being complicated. Aged balsamic vinegar, which can cost significantly more than the standard version, is noticeably thicker, sweeter, and more complex. The difference between the two is dramatic enough that they are almost different products entirely. Thousand Island. Mayonnaise, ketchup, pickles, and vinegar. Sweet, tangy, and slightly pink. It became famous as a burger sauce, but works equally well on salads with meat, egg, or coleslaw-style preparations. The name comes from the Thousand Islands region on the US-Canada border, where it was reportedly first made in the early 1900s. The flavor is hard to place until you recognize the ketchup, and once you do, you cannot untaste it. Green Goddess. Fresh herbs, tarragon, chives, parsley, basil, blended with mayonnaise or yogurt, garlic, and sometimes anchovy. Intensely green in both color and flavor. It was originally created at the Palace Hotel in San Francisco in the 1920s and named after a play running at the time. It recently went viral on social media, introducing it to an entirely new generation, best on green salads or grilled vegetables. One of the few dressings where the color alone tells you exactly what it will taste like. If this was useful, drop a like and subscribe. More food content like this is on the way.